these folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. Taking about 7 yards. We live for this. And he is out of bounds here on the return. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Ready. Panther 60, Panther 60. Check, Bobcat. Dragon 60.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at about the 32.
Let's go. Watch the edge.
First carry by former Buckeye J.K. Dobbins. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Now Jackson. And this is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And now it's third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Check Mike 27. Check.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
Baby!
And he is out of bounds here on the return.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
They've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Panther 60. Go, Rig. Go. Lucky.
They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Check. 48's the mic. Hurt.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on. Set. 70 Lion. Yo. Hurt. Right there. Hurt.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Another big hitter there, this one good for 18.
Check that. Street. 6 guys.
Back to Taylor on first down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Crunch. 25. Check 25.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
You got nothing. 79 Bronco. Check 49.
The give to Taylor. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
What are you doing? You can't get past me. Ready? 48's the mic. Check. 48's the mic. Here we go. He's crashing. 70 Lion. 48's mic. 48. Panther 11. Coming, baby. Woo! 48's the mic.
On play action, they'll throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets puts him back at the 14.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know, he hated taking the loss there on third down. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Come on, fellas.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. But that was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
He's coming. Double up.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Let's go, D. Hey, check Mike. Check Mike 27.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. This one complete to Tanyan underneath. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across.
There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Flushed out right. And he finds his tight end, Graham.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Pretty good first down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Hand it inside, quarterback tucks it and keeps it, quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 43-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
48's Mike. 48's Mike. Got you, boy. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 48's the Mike. You're not ready. You're not ready. Viking 18. Flare. Buffalo 18.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Blankenship's kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he's He's got some space here. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 34 yards there and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability?
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we're going to mic the 48 right now. Let's go. Switch up. Hurk. Right there. Hurk. Check.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
Rig alert. Mike 47. We want this.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
They were looking for Johnson that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. 60 Bison. Strip that ball.
That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
47's the mic, boys. 40. Panther Street. Check Panther Street. Here it comes. Here it comes. Check Cowboy 80. Check.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Trap 60. 47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike 47. Hey, check. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Don't get nervous. No street. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. So we got man. Go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
47. I got him. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Street. 47 Mike. Mike 47. Not here. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 47's the Mike.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Three red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here.
Check 3. 48 Mike. Hey, watch the slant.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell as the first half is winding down. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He's got it. They're back within a score. It's 21-13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. A gain of 3, second down. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, 180! Check 3, check 3. Watch out.
Now it's Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play that time for the Ravens. 43 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
On 1st down, Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here comes Dobbins on the toss right. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
Now Taylor. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Cup 19. Cup 19. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Hey, pick your game up.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Cougar 19. Check, 47. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Check. Check 3. Shift. Big Lion. Nickel. Jam. Street.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he's got this down to the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
18, Pioneer. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Taylor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
No. Off. 48. 48's the mic.
They run with Taylor. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Extra point right down the middle. And this is back to an 8-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many wants to learn something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Switch, switch, switch. Check.
Go.
Check 37.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Shot. Mike 27. Go. 27, Mike 27. Get hot. Check, check, check. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. It's just me.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Being chased out left. He'll run it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
26, Mike.
Off a play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Let's go, let's go.
They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his right. Open man is Duvernay. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover.
Big edge, big edge, big edge. Hurt. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, hey, watch the shift. Watch the shift.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
After 60. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Check 48's the mic. Check smash. Check smash. Wild Bill. Wild Bill.
2nd and 11. Forced out to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Going back across his body. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Julian Blackman bringing him down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On one, ready?
98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Watch QB drop.
You at X. You at X.
Hey, watch edge. Watch edge.
Go right here.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Desmond King making the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Flushed out right. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
180!
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Jackson now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Hey, report! Report!
Check. Lucky.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. This is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will bump the lead up to 11. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
We play to win. Let's go.
Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Hurt. Right there. Hurt. Go.
Flush to his right.
Switch it.
Campbell making the catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Hawk 70. 60 Maverick. Check four. Say Panther Street. Hey, smash. Motion.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Catch made here by Campbell. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
He's checking. Hurt.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
I'm coming for you. Hey, you smash Bronco. Check. Big Lion. Crunch.
49.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
60 Bison.
They'll run here with Taylor. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Dancing to his, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It's their quarterback. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion.
Check. 4 down. Street. He's crashing. He's checking.
Check smash.
Check 26. He's coming.
They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all of their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that a team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Now Jackson eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. Dobbins running out of the gun across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle. Less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Here we go, G. Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4.
Sit on! I got you. Ready? Finish up.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Watch the pass.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Now Dobbins. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games where the coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Ravens, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.